Hello everyone and welcome to Daawat with Muskaan. Today I'm Rahul from the Earthen One and I'm here to introduce Muskaan. She's been doing this for quite some time now and she's kind of an expert at making biryanis. So she's going to have a demo where everybody's going to learn how to make an authentic Hyderabadi biryani. That's something that's been being made for years in a veganized way. So let's go over to Muskaan.
Hi. So I'm going to be running you through how to make a vegan Hyderabadi biryani using the mock meat from Daawat. So just to give you a quick run through, I'm going to start with the marination first and then we'll keep the biryani for dum. And once it's cooking, I can run you through how to make a vegan curd using peanuts and how to make raita. So let's start off. Here we have about 125 grams of vegan Good Dot meat. It's called vegetarian bites and so we've taken that. To this we are going to add our peanut curd. We have our fried onions. These are cut really finely and they're fried to get that crispy texture. So the thing is, the whole flavor of the biryani is dictated by the onions. And if you can get the onions right, you can get the biryani right. So this being the most important factor of the biryani. We also have to keep some aside because we're going to use it for the garnishing and doing the dum later. Then we have tomatoes. These are again finely sliced tomatoes. Next we have juice of 2 lemons. Now to the spices. We have our red chili powder, salt, ginger garlic paste, garam masala, and we have haldi. To this, we are going to add some finely chopped mint and coriander and some slit green chilies. So you just make a slit in the green chili like that and it's added to the marinade. We're going to mix all of it together. This marination is actually done beforehand. It sets for about 4 hours to get the flavor. So you can mix all of this and set it aside 4 hours or even overnight. You can refrigerate it. Once you've marinated it, it cooks for about 6 whistles. And this is, I've cooked it so we can move forward. Now for the rice, we boil the water. And after we bring the water to a boil, we add spices like the bay leaf and cumin seeds. We have cloves, we have cardamom, and we have long black pepper. So after adding all of this to the water, we bring it to a boil and we add salt to it and we cook our basmati rice. It's soaked for 30 minutes beforehand and cooked for about 10 minutes. The goal of the rice is that it has to be semi-cooked. Because we do the dum later. If it's overcooked, then the whole rice becomes very soft and it's not as open as you want it to be. Now we can go on to the plating of this. So first we'll be adding some oil so that the rice doesn't stick to it when we're cooking it. This we'll add 1 layer of rice. So we'll put 1 layer of rice and then 1 layer of the marinade. The marinade is called akni. So this process repeats until you have layers. So the layering is done. because it's easier to mix. The thing is, once the biryani is cooked and if all the akhni is at one side and all the rice is at one side, it tends to break and we don't want the rice to break. So we mix it in layers so that when we serve it, it comes out in equal proportions. So I usually do about 3 layers of this. So that's our layering done. Now we're going to add some fried onions on top. Some coriander and some mint. We can also add a little bit of lemon, just a touch of it, not a lot. So this is going to be closed. It's cooked on a medium flame for about 25 minutes. So while that cooks, I'm going to be running you through the procedure for making vegan curd and raita. 1 cup of peanuts and re-soak them and add 1 liter of water to it and blend it. After blending this, when you strain it out, you get the peanut milk. Right? This milk is then boiled and it forms something like a malai, like the normal milk does. So you can just take that malai outside, and this then you can add about half a lemon to it so that it curdles. So this you can do when it's a little lukewarm. It can't be boiling hot. So once it's lukewarm, you can add about half a lemon to it. You can add even tamarind to it. And another option is chili tops. People take out the rear end of the chili and then they use it as a starter. So this you can cover and keep aside for about 8 to 12 hours for it to curdle. For our raita, first let's add the onions. I've chopped some onions, so we're going to be adding that. Some green chilies, some coriander, and some mint. We're going to add some salt. And some pepper. So this is the preset curd and this is the texture that you will get. It's just like the texture of the curd. The peanut flavor does exist in it, but what happens is when you add salt and other seasoning to it, you can't taste it as much. So because the consistency of the homemade curd is so thick, we'll be adding some water to it because you don't want the raita to be too thick. Now adding it to the onions. And giving it a mix. You can even add a little bit of ginger garlic paste to it depending on the kind of spice you want. Yeah, so that's about the raita. Just some tips and tricks for the akhni is, right, when you're mixing the akhnis, so we've taken 125 grams of good dal that we've added 1 cup of peanut curd. Then we've added chilies, about 7 chilies, which are slit in between. The reason we slit the chilies is because when we cook them together in the cooker, they become really soft, and you can actually moderate the spice of the biryani. If a person likes it more spicy, they can actually eat the chili along with it. It blends in perfectly. So we've added that. We've added our fried onions. So for the onions, your onion has to be cut very, very finely. I'd say something like this. This size is what you need to cut and fry. It has to be golden brown. The onion has to be fried till golden brown. And that is added. Then tomato is added to it. Sliced tomatoes. Then we add about 2 lemons ka lemon juice we have to add, and we add salt, we add chili, we add garam masala, haldi, and ginger garlic paste. So that's the akhni. And before cooking it, this is your marination. After marinating it for at least 4 to 12 hours, depending on the kind of time that is available to you, we marinate it and refrigerate it. But before cooking it, before you add it to the cooker, add a little bit of oil, about half a cup of oil to it, so that it can cook in that oil without burning. So this is the kind of consistency you should be getting. So akhni has to be cooked for 6 whistles, and then you can do the plating when the rice is done. So our biryani is done. Now we'll be placing it. So that's how well the biryani is mixed, because we layered it. So you have your masala as well as the rice. You can always moderate the amount of masala you want in the biryani, but the flavor remains the same.